Today we're talking about all sorts of um, angle pairs that can be made with all of these different types of angles. It's especially working with pictures that look like this, and tends to be that we see them when the lines are parallel. Remember, that's what these little arrows here mean. That means those are parallel. And we're going to be talking about these types of angles really quite a bit for the next couple of weeks. So we're just going to take a look at these. Today, we're giving them names and being able to identify them. So I didn't cut the little flaps here. Feel free to do that in your notes. I went ahead and left it like this just for my ease of being able to flip back and forth and not have too much in the way. Um, but we have all these different kinds of names here. We're just going to go through them. Same side interior. Remember, mathematicians, not super creative. Same side interior. We're looking here. We have the interior and the exterior, and you may want to highlight those or take a look at those real quick just to make sure that you understand which part's the interior, which part's the exterior. I'm just shading mine a little bit here. I'm going to shade the interior here. This is the interior. So anytime we see something with interior, we know we want it to be here. And anytime we see something with exterior, well, exterior right here, it's out here on the outside of this. So, and this is the exterior and this is the exterior, so that we kind of see all of that and those go together. So same side interior, interior, angles on the interior, same side of this transversal. And I didn't label that here, but this line here that crosses both of these, this thing is called a transversal. Transversal, just a line that crosses two other lines. So interior, they have to be on the same side and they have to be between. Same side and between. Same side and between. So when I look at my picture here, same side of the transversal between the two parallel lines. Well, that would be 2 and 3. It would also be 6 and 7. Same side exterior, same kind of idea, except now it says, oh, exterior and exterior. So they have to be the same side and they have to be outside. Same side and outside. Looking at my picture down here, that would be angle 1 and angle 4. Or angle 5 and angle 8. Alternate interior. Alternate interior. Well, interior, we know that they are between, so they have to be between, and they have to be opposite sides. So we already had same side interior. That was 2 and 3 and 6 and 7. Well, now they still have to be in between. They have to be in this purplish area that I shaded, but they have to be on opposite sides of the transversal. So that's angle 2 and angle 7, or angle 3 and angle 6. Alternate exterior, same kind of idea, except they're not in between here, they're outside, and they're on opposite sides. So looking at this, I've already done 1 and 4. They're on the same side. So it's angle 1 and angle 8. And then angle 5 and angle 4. Same side, interior, exterior, alternate interior, exterior. Now, down here, there's a bunch of them, and we've already talked about some of these. Vertical angles. Remember, vertical angles, two non-adjacent angles formed by intersecting lines. We talked about that in the last chapter. We did the test on that. Remember, these are across from each other. So they are across from each other. And looking at my picture here, I've got all sorts of vertical angles. I could say angle 1 and angle 6. I could say angle 2 and angle 5. 3 and 8, angle 4 and angle 7. And one of the big things we want to remember here is these are congruent. We know that. So I could say 1 is congruent to 6, 4 is congruent to 7. Those are a big thing. So those aren't new. Linear pairs, well, those are lines that linear pair adjacent angles are opposite rays. They form a line. So remember that. So I'm looking up here at my picture. Lots of them I can do. 1 and 2, 5 and 6, 1 and 5, 2 and 6. And those are just these over here. Now I get to do the same thing over here. And I have 3 and 4, 7 and 8, 3 and 7, and 4 and 8. So lots and lots of linear pairs. And what I want to remember is that these are supplementary. Supplementary. They add to 180. Okay, so those were review. We've talked about these up here. Now that leaves us with corresponding and no relationship. So corresponding, same positions relative to the transversal. There's one in, one out, and they're the same side. That's what we have here. One in, one out, and on the same side. They are in the same place. Corresponding is in the same place. So looking here, if I look at angle 1, that's in the top left corner of this group of 4. I want to pick the one that's in the top left corner of these 4. That's angle 3. If I were to pick angle 5, that's the bottom left. I want to pick the bottom left. So angle 5 and angle 7. I could also do angle 2 and angle 4 and angle 6 and angle 8. So they're in the same place, top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. And then the no relationship, there's just nothing there. These are ones that don't have anything. It could be angle 1 and 7. Okay, 1 and 7. One's inside, one's outside, but they're not on the same side, so they're not corresponding. They're definitely not alternate interior, exterior. So 1 and 7, or 2 and 8, or 3 and 5, or 4 and 6. These are all ones that don't have any kind of relationship, no name to them. So we don't want to talk. We don't talk about those much. It's not that we don't want to. It's just that we don't because there's just not a lot to say about those.